Okay, so then this area is more relaxed. Then I can come on up and take my thumb and work this whole spinal area. Not on the bone itself, I'm on that nice thick muscle group underneath. Notice my outside hand is here to stabilize. If this hand isn't here, I'm going to be twisting her. So you always have a stabilization hand, and the other hand does the work. If I get tired, I can switch hands. But this hand's not really doing anything, except stabilize. How's that feel?
That's awesome.
And let's say I wanted to work a little bit deeper in here, and she's going, can you work deeper? And I'm like, no, I can't. All I have to do is take this, the outside of this foot, and bring it towards my thumb. Feel the difference?
Oh, God, yeah.
And see, I'm not really pressing deeper in here. I'm just taking the muscle, and I'm bringing it in to my thumb.
What is that, a lung?
This is the
That's the
spine.
spine.
The spine.
Did it feel good, Rachel?
And again,
Yeah.
I like to come all the way up. Remember, we got the lumbar, we've got the thoracic, and then we have the cervical. Do that a couple times. Then I can wrap around and go around the ball of the foot. Look at this. Look how flat my thumb is. And I'm just leaning in. Stand back here. To do this, I have to get the foot out of the way. So my outside hand just gets this foot out of the way. And you see that ball of the foot? So I'm going between here. If I wanted to go deeper, how does that feel?
She can't form complete sentences at this point.
So bring the toes back,
perhaps my most
and I can
favorite
work
thing in the
under
world.
the base of the big toe. This is where you have your thyroid gland.
That's awesome.
And since I'm up here, why don't I just work between the little toes here? I'm not pinching real hard. Like, you came in here and pinched, it would hurt. But most clients will say, you know, no one's ever really touched between my toes. And since I'm here, why don't I work the top of the foot? I'm standing here, I'm gonna stand here. And I can do the toes after I do the top of the foot. What's on the top of the foot? What am I gonna work with here?
Tendon.
But what does this represent in foot reflexology? The top of the foot. Harry, tell me what it represents.
You know what's left there?
Top right.
Doesn't
Lynn?
matter. Top of the foot.
Is it Lynn?
No, I don't think it shows it.
How about breast and lungs?
I thought that was.
I thought that was
Bottom and top.
That's bottom and top.
Bottom and top.
Okay.
Breast and lungs. What feels good, besides what I'm going to show you, I could sit here with my thumb back of the foot to stabilize, and I could take my fingers. This feels really good. Just leaning in, covering the whole top of the foot. But then I want to get between the ligaments. And again, breast and lungs are here. Breast and lungs are on this side of the foot too. I like starting at the little toe and working towards the big toe. If I don't have a starting place and an end place, I'll get to the middle of the foot and I'll go, did I start on the big toe or did I start on the little toe? So if I come up with I always start on the little toe and I'm in the middle of the foot, I know I'm working towards the big toe. You have to have ways to remember what you did besides asking. Okay, arms together, bend my knees, come all the way down, straighten those knees. Don't keep the knees constantly bent. That's a way to hurt your knees. Is brush okay? I could ask. This was not always easy to me. I couldn't learn to use my thumbs very well. I just had a hard time, but it was hundreds of hours of practice. And then I can come in, I'm taking the bones, and I'm shifting them from side to side. Remember, bones have muscles between them. And since I'm standing, why don't I do the daggum toes? Starting with a little toe, working towards the other. Okay, so let me tell you why. Hi. Hi, my girlfriend.
The camera loves you.
Hold the base of each toe, going down side to side with my index finger bent, thumb straight, squeezing as I'm pulling slightly towards me, creating a little traction. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Down again, so I switched over from this to index fingers underneath. I slide it down, thumb now on the top. Makes life easy. Brace each knuckle, each joint. If you don't get it exactly right, don't make a big deal about it. I don't go down and get on top of the nail bed though. Some people that would hurt, so I stop right before that nail bed. Then I'm going to bend her foot back towards her. So now I have my thumbs on the bottom part. You guys may want to just grab a chair back here so you can watch. It's real hard to watch from that angle there. You may want to see the, you got to come back. You got to come back. That angle is sorry. I can lift her foot a little bit because I don't want it to come all the way down so I can lift. I just don't want to put her foot way up like this. I'm working on that lung area, which consists of the ball of the foot and the entire lung. I can feel little crunches in here. How does that feel to you?
It's falling in your back.
Ah, you're right. Ah, I love it. Like just a feet. Is that too much? I forgot to ask that.
She's just thinking I'm gonna beat him when I get home.
Look at
I
this.
want it just like hers.
Taking this whole heel of my hand and taking my fingers and stabilizing, squeezing, and really twisting. All the way down to the heel. The whole thing is you want to move the foot, put the bones down. I can do this to the outside. So I'm going to work the outside, work the inside of the foot. Might as well work the edge of the outside. This whole area back here is the hip, the lower back, legs. I like working around the malleola. Squeezing my heel. I squeeze and I squeeze and use my thumb. But watch my arms. My arms are close to me. If they were like this her feet, she's a small girl, but she's heavy. I would not be able to do this. I have to get closer. Or the other thing that I could do, and I've shown a couple of you, if this table is way too low, what I could do, in massage school we didn't have stools, because it was the old day. I would sit here and I would put my leg up here on the side, and I could work on, I really love this because I could work the whole foot. I could be back here and I could do everything that I had already done to the foot at this angle. Newfangled students don't like sitting on the table. They think the client may not like it. You know, she has clothes on. She doesn't really care. I have a sheet between her and me. I'm working on her feet. But if I just flop on the table and I make a big deal about sitting here, she's gonna notice. So you just do it in a real artful type of fashion. But here on the side of it, I can really get the foot. I can do the toes from this angle here. I can work the top of the foot from this angle.
You lost your cream.
Lost your cream.
My cream, ah!
Fell on the ground.
Ah!
Not all of it, some of it's on the shirt.
On the shirt, it's on the floor.
I had a volunteer
cream.
last night, and I was using that position that you just demonstrated, and we both noticed how much deeper I could work in her foot in that position compared to any other position I tried.
If you want to do that, that's fine. Could have a paper towel and just wipe this up because before someone slips in the
And for
And-
some reason, that position is not tiring. I mean, even though you have one leg straight on the ground, I found that it was very stable.
Yeah.
Shooting practice.
Always have your oil guy. Someone to help clean up the mess, someone to drag your table wherever you're going. And I don't really need any more oil because I'm just going to do this one foot. What I could also do, and